Howdy y'all, Amber here, and welcome back to Ginger Cowgirl's Nook. Today we will be coloring this adorably cute 50s inspired little cherry dress. I am totally obsessed with this coloring book. It's the best coloring book. Let me move my coffee here so I don't spill it. Put it right there, perfect. Alright, so let's get started. Now don't worry about her tattoos, I know that they're covered over, but that's because I will go back with my gel pens at the end of this video and fix them. So how's everybody been? Good, I hope. I got some super exciting news. So I actually get to go on my mini vacation next weekend, so I will have to record all of the videos for next week tonight as well, so that y'all can have them even though I will be out of town. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited to go on this little mini vacation with my girl. Well, not my girl, my bestie. We started planning a vacation like this at the beginning of the COVID-19 stuff, but just barely when we were gonna go on to our vacation, the whole world got put on lockdown. So we were not able to go. So we waited and waited and waited, and now we are going next weekend. It's going to be so much fun. There's going to be so much animals, which is going to be awesome. We absolutely love animals, but funny story. So, story time. I went to walk dogs with my best friend the other day, and she said, well, would you mind taking me to the store after we walk the dogs so I could get stuff for next week, meaning this upcoming week? I'm like, sure, that's not a problem, because she can't drive. Or she can drive, but she don't have her driver's license, either way. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's not a problem at all. She's like, awesome. So we get the dogs walking. I found out, so this one dog that we walk, his name is Winston. He is a handful, let me tell you, a handful. But he's one of those that likes to play tug-of-war with his leash while you're trying to walk him. Kind of annoying if you ask me, but not my dog. Not my job to, train them a specific way. If it doesn't bother the owners, then it's not going to bother me. But I know from walking Winston numerous times, he loves balls. He loves snowballs. He loves sticks. And so the last walk we went on, my best friend's like, hey, do you want to take a ball for him this time? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I grabbed the ball and I put it in my pocket, and we get ready to go on the walk, and I told Winston, I said, Winston, you want your ball? Want your ball? Want your ball? Of course he wanted his ball, so I handed him his ball and he put it into his mouth, and then we continued on with the walk. He did not drop that ball, not once. The one time that he did, it was only for a second, probably because his jaw was getting sore. But then immediately picked it right back up again and held it in his mouth like the whole walk. So we get over to the Frisbee Golf Park. And, well, it's not really Frisbee Golf Park. It's on our fairgrounds, and there's like a whole bunch of stuff there, like Frisbee Golf. There's this little creek that runs through it and all this kind of stuff. Anyways, that's besides the point. So I let him off of his leash, and I throw him his ball once, and after that, it was done, you guys. He didn't want nothing to do with me. He didn't want nothing to do with the other dogs that were coming. He listened. All he literally did was chill out with his ball. Now, that is extremely awesome, because usually Winston's one of those that you gotta kind of keep on so he don't, chase after people, or he don't take off, or he don't, well, not really, keep on, but, to keep him busy, so you don't get distracted by other things. And he was not distracted at all. And then the funny thing is, his one of his doggy friends came by. And usually, when he sees this particular doggy friend, he goes crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. They're running and they're playing and they're doing all of these things. And I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. Now he's going to put down this ball and he's going to go play with his friend and maybe his little mouth will get a rest. No. He did not put down his ball, but he kept his ball in his mouth the whole time, zooming around, playing with this other dog, getting the zoomies, running full speed here and there and everywhere, and he did not ever once drop that ball. So it was the easiest walk I have been on with Winston in a very long time. Usually, I could keep Winston's attention and he listens to me and I don't really have, like a problem. But this time I didn't even have to worry about it because he's like, whatever. I don't care. I'm not doing it. This is my ball. And that was it, you guys. So that was really, 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 really interesting to see because I thought for sure that he was going to drop his ball and start playing with his little doggy friend. But he didn't. He still played with his doggy friend. He just did it with the ball in his mouth the whole freaking time. And it was quite a funny sight to see. But it was good though because then the other dogs that we walk, so Winston has two brothers that walks with us. One is named Chetty and then the other one is named Riley. And Riley, he had just went and got all groomed, so he was all fancy schmancy, and it was so funny because usually he just kind of stays by my best friend and I. He really don't, run anywhere or anything like that. He just don't do it. However, he was running around. I think it's because of his hair being cut, so it wasn't as heavy or as matted. I'm not sure. But he was running around and I'm looking for him. And I saw that he went out with Winston, chasing the ball, which is fine. Riley usually comes back. It's usually Winston that I have to worry about. But I look up, I see Winston, I start searching everywhere for Riley, because he's a little teeny tiny dog, so he's hard to see, especially with him being white and he gets out in all the snow, like at the fairgrounds. He tends to get really, really, really hard to see. So I'm looking, and I don't see him. And then the next thing I see, Winston has pegged something. He's got something stared down. He's pointed to it, and I'm like, oh no, what is it? I'm getting ready to go chase him, thinking that's what I'm going to have to do. No. Guess who I see hopping around like a little bunny rabbit? Yep, Riley. He was running, and he was hopping like a little bunny, and he was so full of energy. It was so nice to see. Because usually he just stands, by Chelsea or I, my best friend Chelsea or I, and he just, doesn't really play. Every now and then he'll kind of sort of play, but he never strays off very far, and he was going everywhere today. So, not today, a couple days ago. It was the best thing ever. Oh, I was so happy that, sorry if you just all saw my hair, that he was out and playing. And then Chetty does play sometimes, but Chetty is an older dog. Chetty and Riley are 12 years old, and Winston's 2. And Chetty does play a little bit, but because of his age, he's got some arthritis and things, and so if it's warm out, he doesn't really play because, the joints. But I swear in the winter, the cold helps his joints, because you could see him every now and then out there just playing and having fun. He never goes very far, and he gets mad at me if I'm throwing snowballs at Winston and I don't throw one to him, but because I don't want him to run too far, I just throw it as close to him as possible, because I don't want him to run and hurt himself, worse than what he already is, because he already has, the arthritis. So, but no, this day too, he was out running and hopping, and it's kind of bittersweet because I feel so happy that he's out there running and playing, but then when we go to walk, like take him back to the house, like the little walk that we have, you could see that he's hurting so bad, and I just feel bad because now he's hurting. But at the same time, it's so nice to see him out there playing, you know, and for a few moments, you know, because we're only about out 30 minutes or so. But for those moments, it's like he's a baby again, and he's running and he's playing, and his legs don't seem to bother him, or he's playing so much that he doesn't care if his legs are bothering him. I'm not sure which one. But it's so nice to see, and it literally makes you so happy. But then on the walk home, I feel bad. So we go walk the dogs. That was great. And so then, like I mentioned before, my best friend asked me to take her to the store so she could get stuff for this coming week. And I'm like, okay, we're going to get groceries and stuff, you know, not a big deal. And we get there, and we get the few things that she needs. She needed to find some pants. And I'm like, okay, well, we could go find you some pants. And, you know, and stuff like that. And then we had to get a couple of groceries. Well, then we decided that on our mini vacation that we were going to go have like a, what's it called? Hold on, I gotta think of what it's called. Like a mini spa day, like there at the hotel that we're gonna be staying at. And I'm like, you know what we could do? We could like go to Walmart, get the cheap face mask and stuff, and just be, you know, for a minute, just be like teenage girls, I guess you could say. And the funny thing is neither me nor her, neither of us are really girly at all. Like, we are the exact opposite of girly girls. She is feminine, but she is not like a girly girl, like at all. Like, she wears base, but like she don't do her hair. Like, okay, I'm not gonna say she don't do her hair, but like she don't like straighten her hair or curl her hair or anything like that. I mean, obviously she brushes it and stuff, you know, and she doesn't really do much makeup, and you know, her nails aren't really ever done or painted or anything. And I got them 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I got them a at-home pedicure set because she has a little daughter. My niece is all kinds of femmy. You know, she likes makeup, she likes her hair done, she likes getting her nails done, she likes getting her toenails painted and all of that. So I thought it would be perfect to get them a little at-home spa pedicure thing. And my best friend told me that they hadn't even used it yet. So I just kind of laughed. But I'm like, that's alright, we got this. And I am the exact opposite. Where she is, yes, I can do makeup. Yes, I can do nails. But I never do them on myself. I could cut hair and stuff too, but I don't do it on myself. I don't wear makeup. And if I do, it's just like a little bit of eyeliner and maybe some base. I guess every once in a great while I do some like eyeshadow, but other than that, which is not very often, I'm wearing like full out boy clothes, and I'm one of those that stays in the sports bras, and my hair is chopped like hella short, and I'm just not girly at all. But we decided that we are going to be like teenage girls for whatever reason, and we decided that we are going to have this mini spa at the hotel. So we go into Walmart, and we're looking for, you know, like face masks and stuff like that, and we did find them. But it was so funny because we're like, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to do these things. I don't know where to find this stuff. I'm like, I don't know what we're supposed to do. And we were in there forever just trying to pick out like the stuff that we need for like our mini spa. Now, don't get us wrong, it was so easy, you know, to pick the face mask. That was easy. And then we found like a foot soak, and that was super easy. But then we're like, you know what? Let's get some fingernail polish so that we could paint our nails. Hell, why not? And so we spend forever, ever trying to decide fingernail polishes and trying to decide if we want to do like paint them, or if we want to do a stamping plate, or colors that would look good, or all of this stuff. And my best friend, she's like, I'm leaning on you for this because I have no idea. And I'm all like, I am far less girly than you. She goes, yeah, but who's the one that can do makeup? And who's the one that does acrylic nails? Exactly. And I'm like, oh gosh, this is gonna be a nightmare. So we finally figured it out. We finally found fingernail polish after forever. And then we're like, okay, let's see if we can find like a hand mask. So we start looking around. I'm trying to decide what color I want to color her little dress. Looking around. Couldn't find any. And by this time we're like, okay, we are so done, people. So done. We were so done at that point. Maybe I'm going to leave her dress white. I kind of like it being white. Yeah, I'm going to leave it white. Anyways, so we were so done. And then, and I kind of, even though it's like not like standard back for that time, she's totally going to have like purple hair. Anyways, so by that time we were so like, okay, we're done. We're not looking at anything else. We're not doing it. No. We're done. This is going to be fine. So we walk around the corner to the next aisle and we look up and we do find the hand masks. But then it was so funny, you guys. I start looking at these other masks that are around, you know, where these hand masks are, and obviously, you know, there's the face mask. Okay, that's normal. There's a another foot mask. Okay, that's fine. And then I keep looking, there's a hand mask. And then, you guys, oh my gosh, there was a stomach mask, there was a thigh mask, there was a butt mask, there was a boob mask. And I'm like, what the hell is a mask gonna do? What the hell is a mask gonna do for these areas? Like, I don't understand. And it was so funny. So funny. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Now, okay. Maybe some of you are like, you know what, we see that all the time. Like, what's the big deal? Okay, well, it's a big deal for me because I never thought that you could make so many masks for so many different things. And I am very curious at what they're supposed to do. Like, I don't understand what they're supposed to do. Like, clear up your thighs and butt and belly and all of this. Like, what are they supposed to do? And at this point, me and my best friend's like, oh my gosh, we've totally had enough. Like, oh my gosh. It was just too much for us to handle. Like, we burst out laughing. We were laughing so freaking hard. And I'm like, oh Lord. So we're like, okay, we're done. We went and got the groceries. And then I took her back home. And I still can't get over it. So, yes, that was my fun little experiment for this week. Oh my gosh. Anyway. So instead of getting... I've talked about this in my last video, so... I told y'all a little bit about what we're going to be doing on our little vacation. There's going to be a lot of animals, you guys. But we are at a crossroads because there's this aquarium type thing that's here. And my best friend has for the longest time wanted to swim with the manta rays. I think they're manta rays, stingrays. Anyways, I'm not sure what they are. And so I told her, I'm like, yes, we could totally do that. Like, that would be so cool. And then, since we're paying for that encounter, we get 2 other encounters to do at this little aquarium animal place. And so I decide that I definitely want to do an animal encounter with the sloth because I love sloths. I don't know why. I don't know how come. I love sloths. And she's like, okay, we'll definitely do that. But we were undecided. Ooh, I love how she turned out. We were undecided about what other encounter that we could do, because like I said, we were able to get 3 of them. So I'm like, what can we do? So she got home and I told her, I said, all right, well, text me, the deets on, now I'm going to use these little teeny tiny fine liners for her tattoos. I was going to use my gel pens, but I've changed my mind. So anyways, I'm like, text me when you pull up the encounters and we'll pick one. And she's like, okay. So she texted me what they were, and they were like the manta rays, which is what we were already doing, obviously. There was the sloth, there was a kikachu, there was a porcupine. They have this option where you could get a little foot pedicure from these little fish. Like, you sit in this chair and you put your feet in the pool, and then the little fish, I guess, eat your dead skin or whatever. And we were going to think about doing that to go along with the spa type theme, because my husband's like, give yourself a spa day. You deserve it. You deserve it. I'm like, I don't do girly things, but okay. I'll give it a shot. But then I'm like, okay. Oh, I like that bright red I wish I would have used the bright red on this, but I really do love how that turned out. Anyways, so then, so we were thinking about doing that, but then, my best friend told me to pick between the two, and I said, okay, either the fish or the otters, because you have an otter encounter. And, I'm like, I can't decide, you go ahead and pick. So she chose the otters, and when I told my husband that, we were going to do the otter encounter, he got a little upset at me, because my husband absolutely, well, okay, he didn't really get upset at me. He was like joking with me, because my husband absolutely loves otters. That is his favorite little animal. He thinks they're cute. He thinks they're fun. Like, he is obsessed with otters. So I told him, and I'm like, I'm sorry, don't hate me. And then obviously he gave me shit about it, right? But it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then so as much trouble as we were having picking out the stuff for our spa day, like, I am totally not sure how it's gonna go. Ugh, I know the nails will be alright, because I've done nails. I even do acrylic nails for like my family and friends and stuff, so I'm not worried about the nails part. But I'm like, I don't know how these face masks and foot masks and hand masks and all of that is gonna go. I have no idea. Hopefully it goes okay. I'm not sure. Guess we'll see. It'll be fun regardless, though. It's gonna be one of those things where me and my best friend are never, ever going to forget it, because we are totally not girly girls by any way, shape, or form. We're not girly girls. So, alright, you guys, there she is. She's absolutely adorable. I think I'm going to color this border off camera, because I'm not really sure what I want to color it. Plus, I got a lot of videos to make. So, I will finish this off camera. It will be posted onto my Instagram if you want to check it out. However, I will post it onto my Instagram tonight. Actually, maybe I just will color these. I don't know, some of these. I'm still going to use the little fine liners. I was using my Cali Arts at first, but I'm using my little fine liners now. Anyways, so I'm just going to color it on camera. What the heck? So yeah, that will be a lot of fun. So I would like to give a big shout out to, oh, what is her name? I can't think of her name right now. Oh my gosh, it's Emma. Emma something. I'm sorry, Emma. I had been asking about how I could improve my channel for y'all's viewing pleasure, because at the end of the day, this is all for y'all anyways. And she asked me, which I was unaware of, she said, how come you always film your videos on the side? And I'm like, okay, I don't understand, what she meant, because I didn't think that I had. Because in my eyes, you guys, I either have my camera this way or I have my camera this way, and it's right above my picture. So I don't know how it was going sideways. And she's all like, yeah, I think if you fix that, I think you'll get a lot more views. You do a good job. Your pictures are cute and all this stuff. And so I'm like, thanks for the input. I'll definitely have to check it out, And then I asked her, she goes, I film on my phone too, and there's an app that you could use to fix the orientation of your videos. So I asked her what it was, and she messaged me back, and she sent it to me. And I thanked her very, very much. And from this point on, I will be putting my videos the right way. But funny thing I'm going to tell you. So as I was trying before she texted or messaged me the little app, I started to try to figure out what was making my phone do this crazy stuff. And I found out, you guys. Okay. If you turn my phone horizontal, the picture is upside down. If you turn my phone this way, like to where the camera's that side, it's completely backwards. You turn my camera where it's on this side, and it's completely straight. I did not know that having my phone in different directions would make that big of a difference. But it does, so it will be fixed from here on out. Thank you, Emma. I'm so sorry I can't remember the rest of your name. I'm horrible. I really do appreciate the input. I appreciate you taking the time and letting me know. And I assure you that the problem is from here on out going to be fixed. That being said, if anybody else has any tips, tricks, things they like, things they don't like about what I'm doing on this channel, please put them down in the comments, so I could do my best to come up with a different solution for y'all, because like I said, I'm making these videos for you. I get great joy in knowing that you guys really like my videos and you're enjoying watching them. So, please, 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 in the comments below, let me know what you think I could do to better the channel. Or if you prefer, like Emma did, you could always message me. I will look at it, I will talk to you about it, and I will come up with a solution to fix the problem. So, yes, I will. So, another thing that I want to tell you guys about. So, I was talking to a girl that I know today, and we're just friends right now, and I'm trying to help her through some things because she's having a really, really hard time in the situation that she's in. And I may or may not, so I've known this individual for a while. We started talking just as friends. We are still friends at this present time, but I may I could foresee a relationship happening to where I have my husband and my girlfriend. Unfortunately, though, this particular individual is not interested in men. She is okay, though, that I have my husband. She is respectful of the decisions that me and my husband has made within our relationship, and has been the whole time that I've known her. So I told my husband about her today, at how she was thinking about how she expressed interest in hooking up with me if things don't get better in her situation, which, you guys, I'm hoping it does. I'm really, 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 really hoping that it works out for this gal. I met her when she was dating one of my foster sisters that I had, and my foster sister did not treat her very well at all. I lost a lot of respect for my foster sister after I realized what she had done to this individual, especially knowing her past and her history, because she and I lived in the same house for many, many, many years. I was very, very disappointed in how she was treating this individual, so I kind of lost a lot of respect for her. But I was always there to try to be there to help their relationship, to try to think about, things that they could do to help each other and stuff like that, because even though I lost a lot of respect for this individual, there's so much history between her and I that it's hard to not be there to help when she wanted my help. And mainly it wasn't for my foster sister, it was for this girl, because this individual that I've been speaking to for a while, because she didn't deserve it. The stuff that my foster sister was doing should have never been done. But for a while, the individual wanted to try to keep the relationship going between her and my foster sister, and I did the best that I could to help the relationship along the way. It didn't work out, and that's fine. And I'm still talking to the individual, but the girl that was my foster sister kind of stopped talking to me. So there's that, but that's okay. It's not like it's like I recently bumped into her and started to talk to the foster sister again, but for years I hadn't heard from her. And so it's not like losing one of my best friends or something like that. It's not like that at all. She was more of an acquaintance to me. And so they ended up breaking up, and then the individual that I'm talking about, she stayed single for a really, really long time, and we kept talking and all of that, and she got with this other girl, which I'm extremely happy for her, but things are not going as smoothly as she had hoped. So she expressed interest to me today about if stuff don't work out with them, if we wanted to hook up. And now let me explain something to you, y'all. I am not in any sort of way trying to take her from her girl. That is not my thoughts. That is not my agenda. That is not my intentions. My intentions are to be there for her. I'm not really there for her girl because I don't really know her, but to be there for her and to help her in any way that I can as of right now. It's been this way for a very long time. And there was a while after she had hooked up with and broken up with my foster sister that she wanted to be with me. However, at the time, me and my husband had not decided whether or not we wanted to go full on with another girlfriend type scenario. Yes, we had a girlfriend, but we kind of just barely broken up, and it's been kind of hard on us because she still came to the kids' birthday parties and that stuff, because before my husband and I hooked up with this other gal that broke up with us, essentially, we were friends for so long, and all of that love and care that we developed within our friendship for her and her children just does not go away. And then you add on top of it, the feelings that my husband had for her and that she had for us being in a relationship with us. And then she broke up with us, so we had been taking time to deal with the breakup and stuff, and we weren't sure for a little bit if we wanted to keep pursuing us having a girlfriend. But we decided that we wanted to, and so for a while, even though the individual that I'm helping with, her girlfriend right now, wanted to be with me, my husband and I were at a point where we're like, no, we're not doing that. And the thing about being polyamorous is you could have other partners, but in order to have those other partners, all the partners involved have to know about each other and be okay with it. And at that point, my husband and I were not okay with him having a girlfriend, me having a girlfriend, us having a girlfriend. We were just not we were just not ready for that. So we just didn't. And the individual that I was talking to has been very respectful of it. And so then me and my husband have decided that we may or may not want to have girlfriends or a girlfriend together again, but we're not against it. We're not actively looking for it right now. If it happens, it happens. So the other thing about me is I have to get to know somebody. I mean, I could be attracted to somebody, but I have to get to know that person fairly well before I even think about dating them. So it's not like oh, you're hot, let's hook up. It's okay, I think you're cute, you're hot, let's talk for a long while, and then just kind of see where it goes from there, type of thing. And at first, it was not my intention to eventually hook up with this girl. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, I think she's very hot and I am attracted to her, but like I said, I can't date somebody and get involved with somebody unless I build a really good bond and friendship with them first. So for the last few years, me and this particular gal has been building that friendship on a friendship basis. But now, tonight, I told my husband, just because I wanted to see, what his thoughts were, because that's another thing about living in this lifestyle is communication. And so we talked about it, and he's like, well, I'll be supportive of you, and whatever and whatnot. So it may or may not happen, but if it does start to go that way, I'm not going to be like I was before, where I'm like, nope, this ain't happening, I'm not going to do it. Because the reason I didn't do it before is because it wasn't okay with my husband. And now it is fine and everything's going to be great. So we will see where that goes. But then the other thing that my husband and I talked about, and I don't think it would necessarily be a problem for her, but ultimately my husband and I wants to have a partner for us, meaning in the dynamic that all of us are seeing each other, and what that means is I'm dating her, she's dating him and I are married, we're all dating each other. That's kind of the dynamic that we want to have. But my husband ultimately that's the dynamic that we want to have, but he is not against me getting girlfriends that are just girlfriends for me and whatever and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. But he's like, well, what happens if we find a girl that we're both into and that's into us? What are we going to do in that situation? And I'm like, well, this is where the dynamics get hard, because all partners have to be okay with everybody else seeing other partners. So if him and I get the girlfriend that's together with us, but she don't like my girlfriend, if I have that, or however it may play out, then I'm going to have to figure out, something different. But like I said, with this girl, it's it may happen, it may not happen kind of thing. She's not near us, so it would be long distance if it does turn into anything. And so therefore, there won't be very much physical contact because it would be long distance. So some people are okay with that and some people aren't. So it's just another thing that we will have to figure out if the time comes. So, yes. This lifestyle is not for everyone. It is hard. It is complicated. At times there's always jealousy at first. The hope is that eventually the jealousy will fade out and there's no more jealousy. But with everything, we're all humans. We all have feelings, so that's another thing that makes it hard on us. And then the other thing is, we get a lot of questions asking, well, what happens if you guys get together, but then it turns out that they only want you instead of your husband? And the thing is, you guys, that if somebody is trying to get me to not be with my husband, then it doesn't matter how attracted I am to them, how into them I am, what our level is, it will stop, because he's my primary. So if it comes down to it, I will always pick him because he's my primary. In a situation like that. And luckily, there hasn't been any issues with that. Like I said, the girlfriend that we had was into both of us, so it wasn't a problem. And we told her that if she ever wanted to not be doing this anymore, or if she wanted to see other people, just let us know, and we'll go from there, because also we don't want to keep people from being happy. So if for whatever reason this lifestyle is no longer, that one of our partners is no longer wanting this lifestyle, we respect that, and we will still love them and care about them and be respectful of them and their new relationship. That's just how it is, y'all. So, anyway. Enough about that. So, hopefully, we will gladly see how that goes. So, anyways, y'all, I'm almost done with this cute little picture. I absolutely love these coloring books. Absolutely love these coloring books. They're so cute. And I have to say, I love the fact that this artist makes plus size girls as well in their coloring books, because I don't know about you, but I think plus size girls are sexy as hell. But it sucks because there's so many stereotypes about plus size, that how they're not beautiful and they're not sexy and they're not healthy and blah 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 blah, that you don't see a lot of coloring books with them in it, and you don't see a lot of pictures with them or models like that. But this book in particular has smaller girls, but it also has plus sized women in this book, and that's one of the reasons that I bought this book. Aside from the art is like totally adorable, but I like the fact that there was plus size girls in this book, and I cannot wait to get the, what's it called, curvy besties or something like that, where it is nothing but plus size girls in that coloring book, and I can't wait to get that one. But my husband says I have to finish at least one of my coloring books before I could finish buy another coloring book. So I'm almost finished with my Jade Summer Grayscale tattoo book, and once I get finished with that book, then I will get that book. Or if we come in, a little bit of extra money, I'll get that book. And I absolutely want their coffee one as well. Alright, you guys. I want to keep those bows white. So, we got some flowers. Flowers. Alright, let's color these flowers. Let's color these babies. Let's see. We're going to rock out light blue flowers. And I'm just going to grab my Cali Arts again. So I'm just going to color this whole thing blue. Whole thing blue. Blue, 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 blue flowers. I don't know what it is, y'all, but I really, really, really like blue flowers. I'm usually not a flower type of person. That goes back to, again, me not being very girly at all and stuff like that. I mean, yes, flowers are beautiful and I like looking at them, but I wouldn't like plant them or anything like that. But I colored, I don't even know if it's a real thing, but in some of my coloring books, I decided, what the heck, I am going to color a blue rose. And, so I colored the blue roses, and I actually fell in love with coloring blue flowers, especially roses after that. Now, I don't know if there is such thing as a blue rose, but if there is, those would be flowers that I would like to get. That, and along with the Hocus Pocus rose. That is the coolest rose I've ever seen in my life. Somebody could ever find those, then I might plant those ones in my garden. But I don't think that there is any. Alright, you guys, so there's that for this cute, adorable little 50s gal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down below things that you think that I could improve on as far as my channel goes, because at the end of the day, this is for you guys, and I want it to make it the best viewing experience for you as possible. And while you're down in the comment section, if you like this content and you want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and click that little notification bell so you could get a notification each time I upload a new video. Until next time, bye guys!